Baruch's second visit to Yanovitch. When Baruch returned to Yanovitch for the second time, he found Zalman Leib was well known in the town for his scholarship and good deeds. Baruch well knew that this remarkable change in Mordechai's son-in-law was due entirely to the fine example of goodness and mildness of character shown him by Zalman Chaim. Baruch was now anxious to make closer acquaintance with Zalman Chaim and learn from him something of his virtues. He also wanted to learn more about his past, but Zalman Chaim was no longer in Yanovitch. He had left the town a year previously, giving over the role of Shamish to another, and leaving no word as to whether he thought of returning at any time. Baruch wanted to renew his acquaintance with all his old friends, with all the people for whom he had worked during his stay in Yanovitch. He also visited the Beis HaMedrash near the cemetery, which was his first home on arriving in the town. He still remembered his experiences there, his hopes, his pleasures, and his fears. He remembered, too, that last awful experience there, which sent him running to the other Beis HaMedrash in the marketplace, where Zalman Chaim was Shamish. None of Baruch's old friends, the shopkeepers, bakers, and others whom he now visited, recognized him, for he was now a young man soon to be married. He asked them all to tell him how they lived, what they thought, and about their experiences. He wanted to learn from them something that would help him make up his mind as to what should be his way of life for the future. There was the example of Zalman Chaim, devoting all his strength and energies to helping the ordinary folk. There was also that of the great genius of Simcha Zelig, known as the Parish of Vitebsk, who lived a life of seclusion, spending day and night studying the Torah and looking down upon ordinary, uneducated people who are far removed from Torah study. Whose way of life was the right one? Baruch had reached the crossroads. Until now, he had spent his time in research and study, but he now had to choose which path to follow as his guiding line in life. Like everyone else who had met the parish of Vitebsk, Baruch could not but admire the great scholarship of this grand old man. He had the greatest possible respect for the parish, who came from a well-known family of scholars in Poland. When he was but a lad of 15, he was already called the Eloi of Stavisk. He knew the whole of Shas, and his devotion to Torah study was unsurpassed. In addition, he used to fast every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. From his earliest youth, he would only indulge in Torah talk, and would have nothing whatever to do with an ignorant person. He would not have known what to say to such a person. He came to Vitebsk as a young man and settled himself in one of the rooms in the Beis HaMedrash. He lived the life of a recluse for a matter of 50 years.